Good morning. First video of the new year. Hope everyone had a safe New Year's Eve. I'm really excited to do this fight prediction because I'm going to this fight. It's going to be at the Barclays, and I'm seeing ringside, so I just had to put that out there real quick. But anyway, very excited to see these guys come back. Both of these guys are trying to get back into the mix, the 147th division, and which is stacked with talent right now. So it was a good move. I think Victor Ortiz is trying to land a fight with Danny Garcia, which would be another great fight. But he has to walk through a tough opponent in Luis Collazo. Now, the last time we saw Victor Ortiz, he got his jaw broken almost 2 years ago by Josecito Lopez, which was a great fight. It seems like any fight, a lot of the fights that Victor Ortiz gets in could definitely be nominated for Fight of the Year. He gets into really good fights. Maidana, Josecito Lopez, Andre Berto. I think that was in 2010. I believe that fight was definitely like Fight of the Year. So Victor Ortiz is a really excited fighter. He's very aggressive. He has hand speed. He has power. He has great ring generalship. He's all around like a good fighter, really good fighter. Very entertaining fighter. The only weakness is his lack of confidence. When things get a little too tough for him, sometimes he kind of falls back a little bit. We seen him quit in the Marcos Maidana fight. We seen him get frustrated in a Floyd Mayweather fight where he started to try to headbutt Floyd Mayweather, and he lost in a knockout when he wasn't ready. When he was in, the ref was bringing both of the fighters up, and Floyd Mayweather kind of sucker punched him, which I feel like he kind of deserved because he was trying to headbutt him a few times early in that fight. Now, Luis Collazo, the best way for me to describe Luis Collazo is that he is an all-around solid fighter, all right? He's been in some tough fights with Shane Mosley, Ricky Hatton, Andre Berto. I believe Luis Collazo beat Andre Berto. I was a big fan of Andre Berto. Andre Berto was undefeated at the time. He's one of the top prospects in boxing. And I actually watched that fight live. And even as much of a fan that I was of him, I admit that I think Andre Berto lost that fight. I think that win was a gift for him. And Andre Berto actually lost to Victor Ortiz the fight right after that, which was Fight of the Year. He also was in a fight with Shane Mosley, which I think Shane Mosley won decisively, but it was a tough fight for Shane. It wasn't an easy fight. And same thing with Ricky Hatton. I feel like he won against Ricky Hatton. I don't think it was a robbery, but at the same time, I think he won the fight, But Ricky Hatton was, a star at the time. They was trying to build him up to fight Floyd Mayweather. And, that was a gift for Ricky Hatton as well. Now, the thing with Luis Collazo, being that he's a solid all-around type fighter, I think he fights well against aggressive fighters. If he's fighting someone that's not, like if you watch his last fight against, who's this kid? He fought this kid, Alan Sanchez, on Fox Sports 1. That was the first time I seen him fight in a while. He fought this kid in Brooklyn at the Barclays, and I think it was at the Barclays, I'm not sure, but anyway, this was the first fight I seen him fight in a while, and it was kind of a boring fight because Alan Sanchez wasn't really aggressive. It was kind of a boring fight or whatever. But I think he fights well against aggressive fighters. Like, when he fought Hatton came very aggressive. His style. He comes straight forward all the time throughout the whole fight. And he actually knocked Luis Collazo down, hurt him. But Luis Collazo came back, and he fought Ricky Hatton very, very well. He looked very impressive in that fight. But even though he lost, same thing with Andre Berto. A lot of people thought Andre Berto was a lot stronger, faster. He actually knocked down Andre Berto, and I feel like he won that fight. I think he won by maybe a few points, and Andre Berto got a point taken from him as well in that fight. So Luis Collazo is a tough opponent for Victor Ortiz, especially because Victor Ortiz has an aggressive style, and he's just not gonna. Luis Collazo is very tough. You're just not gonna knock him out. I mean, he's fought guys just as aggressive as Victor Ortiz and did well against him. So the way I see the fight going, we haven't seen Victor Ortiz fight in a long time, right? But if he's training and he's really dedicated to this fight and he's just as good as he ever was, I see him giving Luis Collazo some problems. But at the same time, like I said, Luis Collazo is good at fighting guys that are aggressive. And being that, you know, Victor Ortiz tends to lack a little confidence when the fight is not going his way, I don't know how it's going to work out in the later rounds, you know what I'm saying? Because Collazo is not going to back down from him. And, you know, he's definitely going to have, Victor Ortiz is definitely going to be challenged in this fight. The age advantage, he has the age advantage. Victor Ortiz is still 26, only 26 years old. Luis Collazo, I believe, is turning 33 soon. So, you know, he's up there in age, and Luis Collazo, you know, he's been through a lot of promoting issues. He's had a couple arm surgeries. So, really don't know if we're going to see the best of Luis Collazo. At the same time, not really sure we're going to see the best of Victor Ortiz, being that he has been out for a while. So he has to really make the statement. I hope he's not looking past Luis Collazo because, you know, he's trying to get into bigger fights with, like, you know, Danny Garcia or whatever. So I think Victor Ortiz is going to win this fight. If he comes prepared, if he trains hard, he should be able to win this fight. He is the better fighter overall, in my opinion. But it's going to be a tough fight. I think it's definitely going to go to decision. It might even be a split decision, but I think, you know, Luis Collazo has a history of being robbed. So, you know, if the fight is kind of close, you know, I could see the judges definitely giving it towards Victor Ortiz's favor because he is very marketable. A lot of people still want to see the fight between him and Canelo. Possibly against Danny Garcia. And you know, he's just the bigger star, you know what I'm saying? He was on Dancing with the Stars, and he's more well-known, more popular. So I think Victor Ortiz is definitely going to win by decision, depending on how he looks and how he trains, and how, you know, it's been a long time since we last seen him fight. But definitely, listen, if Luis Collazo win this fight, he definitely has a chance of winning this fight as well, you know. I think Victor Ortiz is going to look good in the earlier rounds, but I think halfway through the fight, you know, I think Luis Collazo is going to step it up a little bit, might wear him down a little bit in the later rounds. I think it's going to be a close fight, all right? So that's my prediction on this fight. I'm picking Victor Ortiz by decision. And it definitely could go either way. I wouldn't bet on it, but if you want to bet on it, I would go with Victor Ortiz by decision, all right? So anyway, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave comments. Let me know. Give me your thoughts on what you think is going to happen, all right? And be on the lookout for the Jermell Charlo against Gabriel Rosado prediction. I'm going to put that out sometime this week as well, all right? Thank you.